Man, this is only a best of 3. Bit of shame. But it is what it is. We're gonna take what we can get. I wonder if there's gonna be another show match after, or is this really just gonna be a best of 3 and that's it? Stoka, if you're listening, please help me figure this out. Okay, so what we have so far is looking very standard. Happy with the ghoul opening against Lin with we're gonna find, well, it's a Farseer fast tech, yeah. No barracks, Farseer fast tech. I'm never sure like how many peons I have to see here to be certain that it's a Farseer fast tech. I think if it's more than 2 peons, it's a Farseer. Which here it is. Alright. We got the Gamba rolling, boys. They usually schedule more than 1 series. Yeah, true. That's also what I'm thinking. Or if it's only 1 series, then at least it's a best of 5 normally. Not focus, question mark? Yeah, guys, I got the dates mixed up, unfortunately. Happy versus Focus and Kaho versus Sok is happening tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a pretty poggy's day. Mount Hyjal Cup 2 tomorrow with 4 of the best players in the world. I unfortunately won't be able to make it tomorrow. But Neo, I'm pretty sure, should be here. Who is the Orc player? It's a young up-and-coming player. His name's Lin. Absolutely not famous yet. Korean or Chinese, one of the two, I believe. Yeah. Understandable you don't know the name. Let's see, maybe he can do something. Maybe he's got some skill. With the narrow coming, the wolves here won't be able to do anything. Ah, there we go. Dude, Stoka is the best. Stoka is the detective of the Chinese scene and of Wikipedia. It says it's a king of the hill. Winner plays versus Sok, then Kaho, then 1-0. Oh, okay. I should write that down. Sok, Kaho, 1-0. Sok, Kaho, 1-0. Cool, Stoka. The boss. Okay, Happy creeping up here, getting level 2, looking for a swift surround. Oh, sick! Did you see the speed at which he closed that one? Happy at the moment looking fuego. This whole week and the last 2 weeks, Happy had been looking amazing. Only yesterday. Unfortunately, the one goddamn game we lost, we missed. Oh, lasted steal here though. Farseer got one. There, he had real trouble against Fortitude. But other than that, Happy at the moment, looking bulletproof. There's prize money for each map, so they might play all 3 maps. Stoka is saying. Okay, okay, okay. Thank you, thank you. Okay, you said Sok, Kaho, 1-0. Okay, got it, got it, got it. So we got 2 undeads today. 1 orc, 1 night elf, 1 human. I see. No Flow TV. Yeah, it seems like at the moment Flow TV is bugged out on CN North 2. I told the WC3 Champions guys already. Sometimes it bugs out and then they have to reactivate it. Seems like that happened here again. Who organizes these show matches? I know that Colorful partly admins them. So Colorful has something to do with it. Okay, let's focus on the game. It is Farseer Headhunter play, tier 3, no second barracks. Should honor second coming. Beastery. And Happy creeping up a storm. Found pretty bad items. Only really the gloves here is good. Even the potion of invuln can sometimes be useless. As normally it's the ghouls that have to get targeted. Happy buying some more claws and gloves from the market. Keeps the talisman though. Farseer also soon to be 3. Damn, Happy is creeping like crazy though. Wait, is he gonna creep this? With 3 ghouls only? I guess with coils and skellies. That should work out well enough. This is gonna be a high level DK this game. Level 4 guaranteed, level 5 very likely. And a very passive early game. Absolutely no fighting just yet, only creeping. And normally, that favors the undead, if the creep speed is the same. The undead heroes will scale harder into the late game, where the Farseer will fall off more and more. Oh, I like the one wyvern here. Making it a bit awkward for the undead to properly counter. Third heroes soon to be added. Happy might go for a Crypt Lord again. He's been experimenting more lately with Crypt Lord in many different matchups, in many different positions. In my opinion... Okay, I shouldn't say that's my opinion. But so far, I have felt that the Crypt Lord doesn't quite live up to the potential that the Dark Ranger can have. Normally, the Dark Ranger level 3 with the level 2 skeletons has looked amazing against headhunters always. Or at least throughout the last few years against Orc. Which I always feel like the safe bet to go for, the clear breadwinner against headhunters, is normally the Dark Ranger. But yeah, like I said, Happy has been trying to incorporate lots of Crypt Lord. And here he is! Crypt Lord again. Of course, if he levels as well to level 3, Crypt Lord quite strong. He's a great tank. That might be the best thing about the Crypt Lord. Level 2 Crypt Lord is an insanely strong tank already. And level 3 is good for Impale. But the Crypt Lord is very mana starved. Once he runs out of mana, there's not much danger from him anymore. Though he's still a good tank. On a bigger map, I could see the Crypt Lord, like Twisted Meadows especially, where there's tons of creeps, tons of items. Another thing about the Crypt Lord is he loves to stack up on items. But this is a smaller map. I must say, I would have preferred to see a Dark Ranger here. But Happy instead going with the Crypt Lord, trying to land those money impales. Cheeky snipe Coil Nova. Lich now almost level 3. This one troll might do it. As the Crypt Lord is finally coming. Remo, if you were a Crypt Lord, would you impale me, daddy? Well, my micro is so bad, I would most likely miss, but thanks for the offer. TC level 2, got a pendant here. Linz's heroes are looking good. There's been only a single unit kill so far this game. That was the one Berserker we just saw fall. Oh, that's why he kept the items. Happy smart. Tank items super good on Crypt Lord. Also, the cloak really good. Ah, now it's coming together. Is he level 2 already? Oh, look at him go. Spike Carapace, baby, 12 armor. 12 armor with cloak and with talisman. That's my wet dream, baby. Crypt Lord is my favorite hero in the whole game. Thank you very much. AMA credit with a 1,000 bits says, oh, a Remo cast of Happy versus Lynn. Geo 1000. My dog, thank you. Yeah, super hype game. These two, the masters at their craft, the best players, the best 2 in the world, the best orc, the best undead. And I'm hyping this up like crazy. To be honest though, this game has been very unhype. This game has been very boring so far. Pretty much nothing has happened. But once the fight finally begins, it should be kind of cool. I promise. Fighting here in the orc base would be quite wonderful for Lynn. Here he would gladly receive Happy. Oh, Lin's got a big supply lead. How did he manage that? I'm not quite sure. Up by 10 supply right now. The Berserkers get really crazy when they have strong upgrades in the late game. 2-0, 3-0 and onward. I like the early armor upgrade. Very, very valuable always. It took us years to realize that these upgrades are really good. Plus 2 armor is a big deal if it's on your entire army. Happy building the Fiend army. So the way it seems to work right now is if you want to play Ghouls, you play Dark Ranger. If you want to play Fiends, you play Crypt Lord. With Ghouls, you don't need a tank, because the Ghouls are the tanks, plus you summon skeletons. But if you're playing Fiends, you really want to have something sturdy in the front line. And that is the Crypt Lord. One of the very tankiest heroes in the game. Look at that. Frost armor, 15 armor points. And evasion. Okay, that's pretty sick. If he gets level 5 DK for level 3 coil, Crypt Lord will never die. Okay, we're morphing, baby. 70 supply, roughly, on both sides. 1 ghoul kept at home. 2 ghouls actually kept at home. Upgrades, like I said, now very important. Nothing on the Fiends. 1-1 already on the Burzies. Wand of Illusion. Purchase as well for Happy. That's also really good in the Crypt Lord. Can you coil illusions, by the way? Not that it's worth it, or that he should do it, but I wonder if it's possible. You can heal wave illusions, so I guess it should work. Okay, in we go! Impale, Coil Nova, oh, and the TC in trouble right away! Shadowhunter was also impaled, couldn't heal wave instantly, but he still can do it fast enough. You can see the Burzies busy against the illusions. Really smart pickup here by Happy. Wand of the Wind against the Crypt Lord doesn't last for too long. Happy falling back. The End Snare is forcing him to fight, however. Stomp comes in before the Impale. Couldn't quite get it off in time. Happy repositioning. Losing some ghouls. Losing some destroyers as well. And the TC might fall right here. And he does. Impale Coil Nova. Heavy nuke. Finds the kill. But Happy now running quite low on mana indeed. And the supply lead is slightly on Lin. Once the hero's back, it's going to be greatly on his side. Kodos haven't gotten the Devour yet. And since the TC now is missing, there's no move speed on the Orc anymore. Nice heal wave to save the Kodo. Good speed scroll as well. Trying to escape. But Lin is quickly running out of mana. Needs to take out these statues. Needs to take out the regen battery in the back. Happy's trying to make use of superior move speed. And here we see the first big time money Impale. But also Happy is starting to run out of mana. The Berserkers are certainly doing more damage than the Fiends are. Happy looking for something at the shop. Buys the big mana potion. Very expensive, but very strong. Trying to keep these Fiends alive. Kodo Beast gets off a Devour. First mistake here by Happy. Getting that Fiend consumed. Destroyers 2 almost going down. Have still this spell though against the Wolves. Wolves are almost dead. Next statue being morphed. Shadowhunter in trouble as well. Shadow going in too deep. Almost going down. The coil flies. Oh, Lin now with a big micro mistake. Shadowhunter was in too deep without healing. He's almost still winning this fight. Almost, but perhaps not quite enough. The hero kills. One after the next. And that's the Death Knight dead. Only undead heroes left, but the undead heroes will suffice. One epic fight to end this game goes to Happy by a slim margin. The army, I guess, was looking still superior for Lin, but the heroes for Happy carrying it there. 5, 4, 3 levels in the end are super strong for undead. And so the first map goes to Happy. Okay. Now, I think I could already set up the following show matches. So, it's supposed to be Sock after, I think. And then Kaho. And then 1-0. Again, shout out to Stoka, the man who knows. I didn't write cow. Oops. There we go. So that means we should have 4 best of 3s today. And since every map is worth additional prize money, we might also see full best of 3s here. Map number 2 is going to be Turtle Rock. A map where Mass Wyvern was looking really good before the new patch. It's very interesting, right? The Orcs were basically only playing Mass Wyvern on the old patch, because that seemed to be the only thing that can work against ghouls. But now nobody's playing Mass Wyvern anymore. Of course, ghouls aren't that big of a threat anymore. But, I mean, Mass Wyvern still worked. They worked when the ghouls were weaker. I wonder if the Orcs are now not utilizing Wyvern enough anymore. Especially on some maps. Especially when you can prevent DK level 3 creeping. I feel like my Wyvern might still have a place. Thank you, Kofi, for the resub. Whoever wins is going to face Sock. Yes, indeed. The winner is going to stay on, and the loser is going to be eliminated. Tioga Pass, it's called apparently. Okay, we are ready for map number 2. Mass Wyvern is so lame. Yeah, I also feel like it's not the most interesting playstyle exactly. But you know, if you're a competitor, most of the time, it's about winning. Not about looking pretty. There's not a beauty pageant. This is a competition. But yeah, maybe they also feel like Headhunters is more versatile. You can adjust better to different positions in the game, which I certainly think is true. And for that reason, allows for more flexibility. The Berserkers had the problem that they were just getting overrun by the strong Frenzy Ghouls. Now that the Frenzy Ghouls are much weaker, the Berserkers are a lot more playable again. Is 1-0 still any good? Oh yes, he sure is. He's still the second best unit in the world. That being said though, the last few weeks, already before the patch, he was struggling a lot more than Happy was. That's of course the player's always getting compared to, which is sometimes an unfair comparison. Because Happy is sort of like... What's a good comparison? Happy is like the Michael Jordan of Warcraft 3. He's just a different breed. Nobody can really be on his level. He has his own level. But there's also other really good levels. Just, you know, next to him, everyone is a pale shadow. And yeah, well, 1-0 lately has had much more difficulty, especially against Night Elf. I remember some games against Colorful. Also against Socky had difficulty. Yeah, 1-0 seems to have a few weaknesses at the moment, but still a great player. Fast, you're starting off with a bit of creeping here. I like that. Taking these cams also away from the Death Knight. DK normally on this map wants to run around Turtle Rock and move from green to green. You can creep that easy with the ghouls, pick up some items. And the Farseer, knowing that the Happy is too good to really take any damage when getting harassed, Farseer just creeping himself, picking up some items on his own. Happy though making the smart adjustment. He knows the Farseer crept this camp away, so he's just going for the orange. And gonna get some decent items here already. Chad is saying that Happy is LeBron and Moon is MJ. Okay, I don't know enough about basketball to really argue the point. But I saw the documentary, The Last Dance. And there was made very clear, and I think that was very true and fair, that Jordan was way better than everyone else. And the gap was clear. And the era of dominance was insane. And I think that's much more true for Happy than for Moon. Of course, Moon is also an amazing player. Biggest legend ever. The best Night Elf of all time. But he never was as dominant as Happy was in his most dominant days. Another money surround right there. TP forced early. Once again, Happy attacking quickly. Oh, and the TP portals away the peon so he can't repair. Happy with a level 2 aggression into the orc base. This we see very rarely, but this is now successful. Ooh. And that supply blocks the Shadowhunter. Oh, never mind. Peon dies. Now he can build a Shadowhunter at least. But that is so much lumber lost. When Lin was trying to go Mass Wyvern here, I think. That Michael Jordan documentary, by the way, I'm sure most of you have seen it. It's called The Last Dance on Netflix. It's a 10-part documentary series. I love that documentary so much. And I never really have watched basketball. I still don't watch basketball. But that documentary is so good. I think I've seen it like 4 times by now. I think it's the best documentary I've ever seen. Second place is Tiger King. Dude, do you guys remember when Tiger King came out? That was so wild.
A player's forces are under attack.
Is that guy still in jail? I think he thought that Trump was gonna pardon him at some point. Well, maybe next year when Trump's back in office. Am I right, boys? Why is it so good? Well, it's a very compelling story. I think they took great care picking their interview people, like their interviewees. They have a wide range of, you know, athletes and journalists and stuff like that. And I think they do a good job of humanizing everyone. And it's not made in a overly spectacular fashion at all. It is just very well crafted and made with... What is this guy doing, by the way? Made with a subtle touch, I would say. Yeah. If you haven't seen The Last Dance yet, and you don't hate all documentaries, then I would strongly suggest you watch The Last Dance. It is very good. Okay, let's focus on the game, though. We have tier 3 now coming, but man, is that delayed. Wyvern are very momentum-based. Normally, you really don't want to fall behind with Wyvern. Normally, they don't work from behind. Happy with a Skelly, knows absolutely everything. And he's level 3 as well. This is the thing that normally is not supposed to happen, especially on this map. And the TP's gone, by the way. Happy Shark King with his units. He finds the heroes. Uh-oh. DK is coming. He's got the bazooka loaded. He could use a Hex. But I think coil range is longer, or is it? I'm not sure. Here comes the Lich, I mean. Nova, coil. Yikes, bro! And now there's no Hex against the Gargoyle. Oh, God. Happy taking 0 prisoners so far. Just executes him on the spot.
A player's forces are under attack.
What if I don't care about basketball at all? That doesn't matter. I don't care about basketball either, but with documentaries and with films, I don't think the plot or the synopsis is as important. So the subject matter, what's happening, I don't think it's important. I think it's about how it's made and how it's told. One of my favorite movies, it's called Lincoln, about Abraham Lincoln, made by Steven Spielberg. That movie is about passing a bill in the Senate. So, political legislature. No plot, in theory, could be more boring than that. But it's so well made that I love this movie. Nova, acid bomb, lots of damage, DK level 3. Pretty tanky here. Orc heroes very underleveled. 2 and 1 only. Well, looks like it's a short day in the office for Lin. Unless he can manage a crazy comeback here. Happy does not want to take this game long. We're not even 10 minutes in. Nova Acid Bomb hits hard again. Wyvern. Splat. Oh my lord. GG. Absolute destruction. Man, this game really goes to show how tempo-based Wyvern are, huh? If you have a bad early, you are just boned. Especially against Happy, I guess.